And now, it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, rock cod Rick Maxa, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray and Rock Cod Rick Maxa.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray. Rock Cod Rick Maxa is on his way to Sitka to our Kingfisher Charters Let's Talk Hookup 19th annual tournament, but I've got a great guy in the studio, Mark Dakan from Inland Boat Center. Going to have a great show talking boats and the San Diego Boat Show. You stay tuned. This is Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Information is the key to success, and inside information is even better. When it comes to fishing, inside information is critical, and that's what FishDope.com delivers. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and save fuel. FishDope.com is the only SST service with a satellite oceanographic PhD on board, the only fish-finding service with a spotter plane. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Martin Island, 365 days a year. FishDope.com boasts the largest code group anywhere, covering sport boats, commercial boats, and private boaters. FishDope.com has online planning tools, moon phase, tides, hot bite icons, and more. What I'm telling you is, if you don't have FishDope.com, well, good luck. Membership costs less than 40 gallons of gas for the entire year. That's right, 1 year. What a bargain. Plus, stay tuned for the special code to save $20 on a FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel. Shimano is proud to present an opportunity for you to go fishing on two of the finest three-quarter-day boats on the fleet and use the top-of-the-line Shimano gear. It's Terramar Tuesday, going on now through September. Join Shimano Pro staff aboard the San Diego out of Seaforth Sport Fishing, and coming in June, the new Liberty from Fisherman's Landing. These trips will be booked through the landing and it's the same price as a regular three-quarter-day trip, but the difference will be a selection of top-of-the-line Shimano Terramar rods and reels will be available for you to try, along with an assortment of Shimano jigs and more. And a member of the Shimano Pro staff will be aboard to answer questions you may have. Terramar Tuesdays will feature Shimano Terramar rods with Trinidad A, Torium HG, Tranks, and Talica reels available for you to try for free. Don't miss Terramar Tuesday on the San Diego out of Seaforth Sport Fishing, and beginning June 7th aboard the Liberty from Fisherman's Landing. Check the landing website for more details or the trips page at hookup1090.com.
One of my favorite things about fishing, in addition to hooking up a nice yellowfin, is a chance to meet great people. And when I run into someone that served our country or a local hero that has served our community, I make it a point to say thank you. And right now, your San Diego County Ford dealer would like to show their gratitude by offering all first responders, active military personnel, veterans, and retirees a special appreciation bonus on top of current offers available on a new Ford car, truck, or SUV. It's your Ford dealer's way of saying thank you. Thank you to all first responders and military personnel for your service to us all. When duty calls, when disaster strikes, when others are in need, they go first, and they deserve to be recognized. To learn more about this special appreciation bonus, go to FordHonorsTheHeroes.com. That's FordHonorsTheHeroes.com. Or simply stop by any San Diego County Ford dealer. They'll be glad to hook you up. Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090. Pete Gray here. As I said, Rock Cod Rick's winging his way to Sitka, Alaska, and I'll be joining him very shortly right after the show. Got a great guest in the studio, Mark Dakan from Inland Boat Center. Welcome, Mark. Great to have you in the studio. Your first time.
It is, Pete. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Yeah, well, a pleasure. And, of course, you're here in San Diego with the San Diego Boat Show, right?
That is correct.
But what a great thing to do for Dad today on Father's Day. By the way, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I know happy Father's Day to you, Mark. It's a great show down there at the right across from the San Diego International Airport, and what a fun thing to do for Father's Day is take your dad down there, and why not buy him a boat, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. So tell us about Inland Boat Center. We've talked about it a lot. This location that you have in Paris is enormous, right?
Well, it's definitely a nice place to come and visit. It's definitely a destination. There's lots to see. Try to have inventory that would meet anybody's needs, and we sell a lot of boats there. We do.
Yeah, that's cool. Now, you have not only fishing boats, but you have family boats, pontoon boats, everything across the board, right?
You bet. You bet.
And we were talking before the show, and you were talking about the fact that you like to have boats in inventory. If somebody wants a boat, they come in and look at a boat, they can drive it home.
That's right, Pete. A lot of people are kind of impulsive, and they want it. They want it now, and I hate losing the sale to someone that has another style boat that they may have. So I try to have a really good inventory, 3 or 4 of each style, each model, each size.
Yeah, and both new and used. Of course, you can't control the used styles that you have, but you have a number of used boats there, too.
We do. I used to actually specialize with used, and this demand for boats the last few years has really, it's been tough to get a lot of nice used boats, so therefore I've dove into the new boat industry, and I like it. Boy, I mean, you just order them the way you want them.
Yeah, for sure. Now, the cool thing is the technology and the encouraging part about buying a new boat is the technology with Yamaha outboards and the other outboards. It's just so much different than it was years ago, right?
Oh, it is. Boy, it's just a world of difference.
Yeah, and you can you can buy a new, let's say, a new Defiance with a Yamaha outboard on it, and you don't have to worry about it, right?
No, you just turn the key and go.
Yeah, have it serviced once in a while.
Yep, that's right.
Now, in Paris at Inland Boat Centers, you also have a big service center. You even have an upholstery shop there, right?
That's correct. We do fiberglass, upholstery, mechanical. Try to be a one-stop shop.
That's pretty cool. So at the boat show here in San Diego, you have a couple of different styles that you're displaying there, right? Why don't you tell us about
That's correct. We've got, in the Defiance line, I've brought a 22 Admiral and a 25 San Juan. The 25 San Juan is a little bit nicer as far as creature comforts. The fit and finish is, we use a lot more wood in that boat, give it a lot richer feel, as opposed to just a hardcore fishing boat. Get out and don't care about the amenities.
Yeah. So the different sizes of boats you have at the boat show. If somebody's coming down, bringing Dad down, or just coming down to the boat show there.
Right. Yeah, we've got the 22 Admiral and the 25 San Juan, and in the Arima, we've got a 17 Angler and a 19 Sea Chaser. Nice.
Right as you're walking into the boat show, as you're walking down, you'll see them on the right side. You can't miss Inland Boat Center. Just look for the really cool-looking sport fishing boats.
Yeah, we'll be waiting there for you.
Yeah, excellent. So tell us the difference between, because our listeners are obviously fishermen, and the difference between an Arima and a Defiance.
Well, the big difference is the size. As far as construction, both are extremely well made. A lot of thought going into the design. But typically the Arima is from 17 to 22 foot. And with the Defiance, it's from 22 to 29 feet. Mm-hmm. So size is one of the major differences. As far as construction, they're actually both made at the same plant.
Okay.
And yet there's a definite need or a definite niche for each style.
Yeah. Now, Arima is huge in the Northwest, right?
They are. It seems like you go into any marina and you're going to see 3 or 4 Arimas. I mean, and the people that I've talked to that own them just absolutely rave about them. Just the amount of time they've had them. They just become part of the family.
You see a lot of Arimas up in Alaska, and that pretty much says something because Alaska has weather.
Oh, they do. You bet.
and you see a lot of Arimas, as well as you see Defiances too, and I mean, I got to tell you that 25 Defiance, that is such a cool boat.
It really is. Nice big fishing deck. Put the bait tank right there, and I mean, it's just easy to fish 4 to 6 people off of 25.
And the Defiances are rigged for Southern California fishing, right?
Well, not just rigged, but they're also designed for Southern California. They have, the Southern California fishermen in mind, because that's originally why Bo started the company is for a fishing boat for the West Coast.
For the West Coast, yeah. So you've got rod holders and fish holds and
nice bait tanks.
Nice bait tanks. Everything is set. You just basically, when you buy the Defiance line, you're ready to go fishing the next day.
You are.
Yeah.
You truly are.
And that says something. You've got this inventory in stock. I mean, let's face it, fishing season is here now. If you've been yearning to get a boat, you can be on the water next weekend. That's
true.
Yeah, that's a pretty neat deal. So the Arimas, if you want to cut it's a 21, right? That center console Arima?
No, the center console in the Arima is a 17 and a 19.
17 and a 19. The 19 is a nice boat for a guy that wants a center console skiff and super reasonably priced, right?
Well, they are. Again, there's not many 19-footers out there that have the dead rise of this boat, and they have ample room for a nice big bait tank, and they're just designed for Southern California. I'm used to getting a lot of boats in the used market, and most of the boats that are built typically are Eastern model, Gulf Coast, Atlantic Coast style fishing boats, and there's very few that are actually built out here on the West Coast.
Now, let's say I'm a guy who comes into Inland Boat Center, or I come down and see you at the boat show today, and I want to buy a 22 Defiance with a Yamaha outboard on it. You have them in stock?
Oh, we do, absolutely. Yeah. Right now I've got 5 22s.
All right. Let's say that I have good credit and I want to finance that boat. Can you finance today?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So how is it like buying a car? You just finance it for 5 years?
Oh, no. Financing for boats, typically, they stretch them out to 10, 12, 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah, they the lenders in that market, in the marine industry, realize that to make the boats affordable, they have to work with the customer.
And as far as finance rates now, everybody knows interest rates are good. So if I'm purchasing, a moderately priced 22 Defiance, I mean, what kind of payments am I looking at? I know I'm putting it on the spot here but just in a general form there, am I looking at, $700 a month? Am I looking at $500 a month? What are we looking at?
Well, yeah, you can easily fall in that $400 to $500 a month bracket.
Wow, cheaper than car financing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's stretched out over 15 years.
That's correct.
Yeah. All right. Well, that makes it affordable. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. What about if I get a boat, I put it on the trailer, and how often? What's maintenance? I mean, everybody's kind of thinking, well, how much is this going to cost me if I take it out, once a week, twice a week, something like that? What are we looking as far as maintenance on those outboards?
Well, typically now the outboards have become so reliable, so dependable, that the maintenance is very, very slight. Mm-hmm. When you look at the big picture, I mean, just for the knowledge of having a current water pump impeller in the boat, you're 40, 50 miles offshore, you don't want an impeller to go out, so it's good to change that every year. But typically these boats will run before they actually need any major overhaul or anything. It's not uncommon to get 3,000-4,000 hours on them.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. It's amazing that Yamaha technology and all the outboard companies have really come together to make it basically a worry-free situation.
Well, they have, and it's been more out of a customer demand that they want that product and they want it to be very reliable.
Remember the days of two-stroke outboards?
Oh, man.
And I'm sure there's still a lot of two-stroke outboards out there where you had to add the oil, and the darn thing smokes, all that. I mean, you don't even really add oil between services on a Yamaha. I know with my Yamaha outboard, it doesn't burn any oil.
No, they don't. And what's really nice about them, they're so quiet nowadays. I mean, I grew up with outboards, and I love them. I really do. But, boy, the motor they build now compared to 30, 40 years ago when I first started boating, what a world of difference.
Pretty unbelievable. You know, one of the things, if our listeners check out inlandautoandboat.com. Actually, you just go to our website, hookup1090.com, go to the boat section and click on Inland Boat Center. You'll see this amazing website that you guys have. And every single boat, both new and used, is on that website, right?
Absolutely. It may take us a few days to get them on the website. I had a few Defiances come in earlier in the week, and I just looked this morning, and they weren't on. Our big thing is to get them off as soon as possible. I don't want someone calling about a boat, and we have to tell them, well, it was sold a week ago or 2 weeks ago. We want them off that day. When they go, they're off the website.
They're off the website. That's pretty cool. Like, I'm looking at this 2016 Defiance 22 Admiral NT, the walk-around kind of half-cabin boat, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yamaha 150 outboard, 63,680? Are you kidding me?
63,680. And actually, during the boat show, Defiance they actually notified me on Friday and said that they are going to start their Defiance dollars for the show as an incentive. And on that 22, they're actually giving an additional $2,500 off. This is something I don't control. It's what the factory does as a kind of a perk for dealers. And
so $2,500 off of that 63,680.
That's correct.
Wow.
That's correct. And if you go to the 25-footer, it's $5,000 off.
Whoa. Wow. That makes them, I mean, these are so affordable. I'm pretty impressed. What's the difference between the 22 Admiral and the 22 San Juan?
Okay, the 22 Admiral has a lot larger fishing deck. The 22 San Juan, it has a different pilot house style. It's a slanted windshield going towards the front as opposed to raking back on the slanting back.
Kind of that northwest kind of look. Yeah.
Yes, and the cabin's a little bit larger on the San Juan.
Which model is more popular down here?
Well, down here I'm finding that the Admiral is more popular than the San Juan. But, for example, my wife, she won't go out with me unless I'm taking a San Juan. She likes the different
extra
creature
cabin.
comfort. She does.
Now, the San Juan comes, and the Admiral both come in a 22 and a 25.
That's correct.
Yeah. It's just a matter of the bigger size. So, I would liken that kind of that whole look that you have there to like my old Davis boat. They kind of like have a style like that or built super rugged like that.
Yep.
Yeah. The Defiance Admiral still has a nice cabin in it.
Oh, they do,
yeah,
absolutely.
But more fishing room.
And the Admiral's a little bit more practical. I know when I go out with my boys, we don't care about anything except getting on the fish, and it doesn't matter what we're sitting on. We're just out there to get the fish.
Yeah, very, very good. Well, as you can hear, we have a great show lined up for you today. Mark is a wealth of knowledge. If you're thinking about it, my gosh, this is certainly the year that you want to be on the water. And like Mark said, you don't have to wait for it 3 months and when the fishing season's over. You can get your delivery on your boat right now if you get one of these from Inland Boat Center. And they're down at the boat show today, and the guys are over in Paris right now. Are you open on Sunday for Father's Day?
Actually, we open at 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock today.
On Sunday.
Let Dad sleep in a little bit over there, James?
Yeah.
Yeah. James, of course, has been on the show before. Well, if you want to join us, we have lines open, 877-792-1090, 877-792-1090, and 858-457-1090. One line open right there. And, boy, have we got a couple of great prizes. 2 winners today. One winner is going to win a pair of Olakai shoes. It's Nohea Moku. It's a very comfortable, quick-drying shoe. It's a brand-new shoe from Olukai. They're so comfortable, I can't even tell you. I love them, and they're perfect for the boat, courtesy of Olukai Premium Footwear. And then another lucky caller is going to win a 3-quarter-day pass on the new Liberty out of Fisherman's Landing that's almost ready to go. The new Liberty is going to be running 3-quarter-day trips every day out of Fisherman's Landing, and when the boat's ready to go, which is going to be here in the next week or two, check it out. The Liberty, you're going to be able to go on us. And when we come back, we're going to take your phone calls. Talk more fishing with Mark Dakan. Stay tuned. This is Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
This is Rick Jensen with Sport Fishing Financial. I think most of you get that I'm a fisherman and work with the fishing community, but to understand exactly what Sport Fishing Financial does, ask yourself these 4 questions. First, do you really know how much money you'll need in order to retire comfortably? Next, do you know how much you'll have to save on a regular basis to reach that number? Do you have a process that includes a proven investment strategy and confidence that the money you save will grow? Last, do you have a plan for how to turn your savings into retirement income? If you don't have good answers to these questions, you're not alone. But you should, and I can make sure you do. In addition, if you own a business and currently provide or are planning on providing a retirement savings plan for yourself or your employees, we should really talk. We offer an outstanding variety of creative solutions that are sure to meet your needs.
Some of our listeners may feel overwhelmed. Others may believe they are already doing the best they can. In either case, I bet Rick can help. Set a time to meet with him and start planning for your personal or business investment success. Find Rick on the web at sportfishingfinancial.com or give him a call at 949-481-1807.
If the fish are biting, I'm on my boat, rain or shine. Of course, I wear my life jacket. It's like wearing a seatbelt. Clip it on, grab my tackle box, and hit the water.
Love California, vote California, save California. A message from California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways.
For local and long-range fishing, the Islander out of Fisherman's Landing is a favorite among seasoned or novice anglers. But Islander Charters is much more than great fishing. They also do incredible Guadalupe white shark diving trips as well as a schedule of kayak mothership trips. You need to check out the Islander on their website, islander-charters.com. The Islander is San Diego's leader when it comes to 2 to 5 day fishing. Watch the website for trips and adventures available. Experience the Islander difference. Visit islander-charters.com for all the details.
Hey, today's the last day. It's Father's Day, and what a great way to spend it with Dad at the San Diego International Boat Show. Over 200 vessels, and I can tell you there's everything. Sail and power, and you want a 90-footer, it's there, or you want a Defiance or Arima, it's right there too. They've got all kinds of stuff. They've got seminars going on all the time. They got all the guys from Mexico there to advise you on how to take your boat to Mexico. They even have a floating tiki bar and beer garden. It's pretty fun. And it's right there at Spanish Landing Park East on Harbor Island. It's across from the San Diego International Airport. You just park at the Sheraton, right next to the Sheraton there, Harbor Island, and then you walk in. It's going on today, the last day, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Admission's just $15. 12 and under kids are free, and active military are free, too. So do something for Dad today. Take him to the San Diego International Boat Show right across from the San Diego Airport starting at 10 o'clock this morning. Check it out. Check San Diego International Boat Show.com for details.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
The ranch is small, It's very personal, very intimate. I don't think there's anywhere else that you could have the old Baja feel and have all those miles of beachfront, the palapa roofs and the stone walls. There's not a room that you don't have some kind of ocean view. You don't give up any amenities at the ranch. It's just very rustic. You know how when you cook outdoors it tastes better? Well, that's Rancho Leonero. It just tastes better. We have paddle boards, we've got kayaks, we've got snorkeling equipment, of course. We've got 12 super pongas. We have dive trips. We've got over 40 kayaks at the hotel. We've got all accurate equipment, very top of the line. And when the fishing's good, we'll freeze your fish, pack it all up, send it home with you. People love it. They'll come back 5-6 times a year. That's the highest accolade we can get. 1-800-646-2252, 646-BAJA. And RanchoLandAero.com, it's unique.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Pete Gray here, along with Mark Dakan from Inland Boat Center. We're talking boats, man, and get out there and go fishing, catch a bluefin, catch a yellowfin, catch a yellowtail, and more. A lot of fun here. Talking boats. You want to get through, here's your chance. 877-792-1090, open right now. You have a chance to win Olokai Nohea Moku. It's a very comfortable, quick-drying shoe. It's a super nice shoe, courtesy of our good friends at Olokai Premium Footwear. And another lucky caller is going to win a three-quarter-day trip on the Liberty, the new Liberty, out of Fisherman's Landing. Wait till you see this vessel. It is pretty awesome. Let's go live on the water right now. Captain Buzz Brizendine from the Prowlers on the line. Good morning, Buzz.
Pete, good morning. How are you this morning?
Hey, doing terrific, man. The fish biting?
They're biting, and even in choppy weather yesterday, they wanted to bite. It was something.
That's awesome. So tell us about it.
We just got in this morning off a day-and-a-half trip, and we looked around till about noon or 1 o'clock, and then we found an area that had some they were small foamers, but they were really aggressive. And we got on them and had a few bites and got 4 nice big bluefin, and saw some just lunkers going through a couple of the different meatballs.
Couple of heartbreaks on the boat?
Oh, yeah. With that size fish, there's always going to be something that goes oops.
Yeah, I mean, when I was out on Thursday, we saw some that had to easily be 200 plus, huh?
I think we had some going through one particular meatball. You'd see they were feeding horizontally, and so you'd see the tip of the nose, and then the dorsal, and then the tail with a break in between.
Wow.
So there's some pretty good length there.
Wow. And the difference yesterday versus a couple of days ago is they wanted to bite.
They wanted to bite, and I don't know if it was the weather or what it was, but we shut the boat down, and they just charged the boat to where they were within range of just about everybody. And we had one particular spot we slid on. We probably had 8 or 9 attempts, let's say, where they blew up on it or they slapped it out of water, or for whatever reason they made a good effort at it and just didn't get the popper. And we got one real nice one, but the rest of them were, bites close enough that everybody could see them, and it was just, like, whoa!
Oh, man, that's so exciting. I mean, just the visual. I mean, certainly we all want to catch one, but just the visual to see this stuff. It's just a chance of a lifetime to see just epic fishing here in Southern California. Buzz, you've been doing this a long time. You ever seen anything like this?
Pete, we have never had this kind of thing. And to have it so close to home. I mean, this is world-class fishing that guys would travel, literally around the world to get, and it's right here in our backyard.
I know. Pretty awesome. And it's not that far away, right? It's close.
Oh, it's close. Some days it's too close.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, indeed. So if somebody's coming out on the Prowler, what are the keys? What do they want to bring?
First off, they want to bring, something that they can cast well. Like an 8-foot jig stick if they've got it, or whatever their most comfortable jig stick is, and a minimum of 40-pound, preferably 50-pound, or if you're using Spectra, 65 and a fluorocarbon leader. And every bite we had yesterday was on the popper, so you got to stick with the poppers. All
right, they're just not reacting to the baits, huh?
They've got so much bait out there that what we're throwing them is just not of interest. I think it's a reaction bite on the popper, and that's why they're taking the licks at it they are.
Interesting. So what's the next up for the Prowler? When are you going again?
We are day and a half all through the week, starting tomorrow night.
Oh, fantastic. And that day and a half is critical because sometimes the stuff bites in the morning, sometimes it bites in the evening, right?
That's why we're sticking with it so much. You just never know when those things are going to come up. And when they're going to come up, you got to have room to work on them because they don't come right in.
No, it's definitely it can be frustrating at times, but if you stick with it, you work on being successful, right?
Exactly. And while yesterday was choppy, it's supposed to start coming down tomorrow, and as the week progresses, get nicer and nicer. So that's a real bonus.
Oh, it's supposed to be a beautiful week of weather, of course, because we're headed to Alaska today, and we'll be out of town. So it should bite wide open and be flat calm.
Well, I'll bet your bite's going to be pretty good, too.
I think so, too. Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, if somebody wants to come on the Prowler, how do we do that, Buzz?
Call Fisherman's Landing at 619-221-8500 and ask for the Prowler, or you can get on sportfisherprowler.com.
All right, and you can book right online at fishermanslanding.com. Just grab your spot before they go. Thanks, Buzz. Appreciate the report.
All right, have a good show.
All right, thank you very much. Let's go down to Cedros Island and talk to our good buddy Jeff Mariani from Cedros Tackle. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, you guys. How you doing?
Hey, doing terrific. Man, is this correct that I heard you caught a pending or a possible world record broomtail grouper? Is that right?
That's correct. I'm out here on the Pro Angler this morning, sitting out here at the Salt Factory. Beautiful morning here on the island. We've had great weather. I've got the Hobie team over here, and we've just had really, really great fishing. Several species, tons of yellowtail. We had a 40-pounder caught the other day on 20-pound on a bass rod. So it's been just really, really exciting. We're in the 10 to 18-pound class yellows this morning over here at the Salt Factory on blue and chrome jigs is what's really been the hot ticket over here at this trip.
And you're there with
it's been really exciting.
You're there with the Hobie Pro Staff guys, with Morgan and Sea Samurai and the guys from Hobie, right?
Exactly. I got Kevin Nakata here and Morgan and Vince Consul and Mike Ponce.
Wow, what an all-star.
All the Hobie guys. I got a full-time crew. Yeah, it's really, really, really nuts. And you guys are teaching me a lot about the island, which is really cool, and the fishing here. And yeah, the other day I was at the Salt Factory, and we were all kind of throwing jigs, and, man, just unbelievable catch, of course, 108.6 on the scale, so just massive fish. I've been in touch with IGFA, so it looks like we're going to have a chance to put this thing on the map here. I bought the scale from the store that helped us weigh the fish and everything, so we'll be bringing that back to San Diego and dropping it off to the guys at IGFA, and they're going to do what they need to do. And but just an amazing catch, basically 65-pound Power Pro with a 35-pound leader, kicker, surface iron jig, and my Okuma Komodo reel, and my Phoenix M1 inshore bass rod, basically just like a miracle. It's unbelievable. And
right in front of the salt mine.
Shocked. Yeah, right in front of the salt mine. Actually, there was a lot of guys kind of watching what was going on right out in front of the Salt Factory right there. And they had got on a boat right there to come out and help me once the fish came up, and I gapped it because the ponga was kind of far away, hanging out with the other guys. And so I was screaming for him on the radio, and he came over. And it took another guy had to get on the ponga and help David pull it in. I mean, just when you guys see the photos of this thing laying in my lap, it's unbelievable. So
can't wait to see.
Really amazing. So
can't wait to see the photos. That's going to be quite the scene there, I am sure.
Yeah, we've fed a lot of people in town with that thing, and we've had some great meals ourselves. I've never had the ribs. Kevin is a great cook, and he made we flayed every inch of that thing, and we barbecued the ribs the other night, and I mean, it was like eating a beef rib, but it was fish. It was incredible.
No way, really? Wow. Well,
it was unbelievable. Yeah,
that's
was unbelievable.
A catch of a lifetime, and pending IGFA world record for you there. 108-pound broomtail grouper. Right? How close to the beach were you? Must on a kayak.
About 200 yards off of the pier, the Salt Factory pier right there. So right in tight, about 75 feet of water. That thing had me on the bottom. I mean, the beauty of these Hobies, you're right over the fish. I mean, even with the yellowtail that we're catching in like the 40.7, we got one that went 40.7 on the kayak.
Oh.
You end up right over the top of the fish, so they're just kind of pulling you around, and I don't know how they can win. Like we're really getting them. You get them. So
that's congratulations.
It's been a great trip.
That's
Thank you very, very much.
Yeah, that's congratulations. And how was Wiley's yesterday? You went over in the truck and the trailer and took the kayaks over on the other side of the island.
Yeah, so the guys got a little taste of that. They were tripping out. We had about 2 hours of really great bass fishing to 6 pounds, and then the wind came just really, really strong and was blowing us out to sea. So we had to get in right away, and then we ended up coming back over to the Salt Factory, because that's the beauty of being on an island. If there's wind on one side, you go to the other, and there's probably not. And that's what we did. And then just had a great time fishing on the smaller grade yellows all afternoon. Balthazar's family, of course, was coated with fish and everybody. So just, it's been just amazing. I mean, from when we came here a month ago, like how much the fishing has changed and just turned on. I mean, all the boats are getting them. all the other tours, we're seeing all their pongas out here. And I know we've got great bluefin fishing at home, but the island has just really come alive too. So it's great. It's going to be another great summer.
And it is a magical thing that you offer. You know, Bryce Miller from the San Diego Union Tribune wrote a great article, of course, about our adventure down there, down to Cedros Tackle and going on the kayaks, the Hobie kayaks and stuff. Bryce also wrote an article in today's San Diego Union Tribune about the tuna wars and the guys that came to town from Wicked Tuna. And there's a nice article in the sports section of today's paper, San Diego Union Tribune. Bryce Miller, what a great guy to have along. And if somebody wants to come along on Cedros Tackle, I know our trip is full, but you have other trips available this summer to go down and fish kayaks and that beautiful skiff that you have down there too. How do we do that?
You can go on the website and check out all our good info, cedrostackle.com. Or if you wanted to talk to me direct, just feel free to give me a call on my cell phone anytime, 760-412-2507. I'll get you all the skinny on what's going down. We right away, when we first got here, we were on the 8 a.m. flight last Wednesday, so we were fishing by 1 o'clock over here. It was pretty amazing that first day. And
sweet.
Morgan Prominence first cast along the marina wall, 19-pound broomtail on a swim bait. So we found another little hole too, right in town, basically to get on these fish. You know, grouper is pretty fun catch over here. So
yeah, no
something
kidding.
a little different than the yellowtail calicos. You know.
Yeah, no
anytime. Can't wait to have you down again too, Pete.
Yeah, looking forward to it. All right, Jeff Mariani from Cedros Tackle, cedrostackle.com. Again, you can link that right through our Let's Talk Hookup website and check out a great adventure down there at Cedros Island. Thanks, Jeff. Congratulations on your great catch. All right, let's head down to Rancho Leonero. Gary Barnes-Webb's filling in for John Ireland this morning. Buenos dias, Gary.
Buenos dias, guys. How you doing?
Great. I guess as soon as we left, the fishing turned on.
What a difference a week makes, huh?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we call it the T word. You don't want to say the word tournament around here. It's shut down a bite.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll change the name next year to like Fun Fest or something.
Yeah, I think we should think of that, yeah. Anyway, it's been a good week down here. Unbelievably exciting. You know, any time a 300-pounder crosses the fillet table, it's pretty exciting. So Tony Lavoie and his group from San Diego got a 315-pound yellowfin fishing with the Gen Wren this week. So it's all pretty exciting. The other exciting news, of course, is there have been quite a few swordfish around. It's kind of not unusual, but it's nice to have them around. So all sorts of different things going on. There's been really, really good weather and a consistent bite in just about all departments. There's good marlin fishing close in off La Rivera. That's proved to be the best. Although the fish are gorging on red crab, they're still very, very happy to play around with lures and rig ballyhoo. So there's plenty going on. The Dorado bite, maybe a little less fish this week, but the fish were of a much better quality, much bigger fish. And most of those were taken on rig ballyhoo this week. The wahoo also took off midweek down by Punta Colorado all the way to the boundary of the park. I mean, some boats got up to 3 good fish. The pangras were loading up on wahoo, and everybody had a great time. The big tuna were found about 20 miles out under Corpus. Mostly they were hitting rapalas and marauders, funnily enough. And, of course, you know, that being the case, quite a few anglers were disappointed, you know, with the tackle being too light. Just the sheer size of the tuna, they just weren't getting them up. As I said, there was, I think, 315 pounds was the biggest that came in of the big tuna. There were other schools holding footballs to 20-pounders. Guys had a lot of fun, fishing hoochies, that sort of thing. Pretty much good fishing outside and inside, and all the reefs are holding fish. The guys that fished the bottom this week did really well on Huachinango and Barred Palgo. The rooster fish bite was really good again. The best spot was off the marina mouth and down to the park. The only problem was we were getting really, really big bait, and you know how that goes. It's kind of tough to get the fish to swallow those big baits. So
no
pretty
doubt.
much all the roosters that came in were real big guys.
Yeah, interesting. You know, I talked to Mark Rayer, Gen Wren Sport Fishing, yesterday about that fish. They caught that 315 on a marauder, of all things, trolling a marauder, and that was gilled and gutted 315. So that fish was more like 350 when it hit the deck, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, pretty cool that there's so many options for anglers right now on the East Cape. Excellent fishing, great conditions. So we're looking forward to a really good July coming up.
Oh, boy. Sounds good, Gary. Is space available at Rancho Leonero?
If you jump on it now, we probably might have a little bit of availability in July. Call the office, 800 number, 646-2252, or jump on the website, rancholeonero.com, and check it out.
All right. Thanks, Gary Barnes-Webb, filling in for John at Rancho Leonero. We just missed it.
Okay, bye.
All right. Thanks, Gary. Appreciate the call this morning. All right. One line open. You want to get through 877-792-1090. Josh in Oceanside, you're next up on Let's Talk Hookup. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, guys. Great show.
Thank you.
I have a question about, I've been checking out the new boats and been looking at the 2016 Arima Sea Angler. Now, my question is, with a 90 horsepower Yamaha, what kind of gas mileage can I expect?
You should be able to typically go about between 3 and 5 miles per gallon.
Whoa. That's impressive.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and what kind of speed are you getting from that, Mark? I mean, are you cruising at a pretty good clip there?
Yeah, that'd be cruising in and around the 25 to 28 miles an hour.
Yeah. Wow. It's a nice boat. Yeah. Have you checked them out here at the boat show or at the Inland Boat Center, Josh?
I was looking on the website, but I think I might have to go down to the boat show today.
There you go. All right, go down and see Mark. It's a nice show. Great day to do it. But that's pretty efficient. Those Yamaha outboards the new 4-strokes are just amazingly efficient. How much fuel in that boat? Do you know, Mark?
That boat carries 28 gallons.
Wow. So
48 gallons.
48 gallons. So you can go a long way on going 3 to 5 miles a gallon. All right, Josh. Hey, good luck on that boat. Thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. That does free up 877-792-1090. Doug in Claremont, you're next up. Good morning, Doug.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Yeah, I got a couple questions.
Go ahead.
Well, first of all, Pete, you've been out a few times for these bluefin tuna, and maybe you can enlighten us. What's the best way to get them to bite? Have you been using bait? Have you been using poppers or the kite? And I'm thinking about getting a kite for the boat. What would you recommend?
Well, I'll tell you what. Pretty much the general bite has been on the poppers, and I've done really well with those Williamson Popper Pros, and then the Shimano Orcas have been really producing kind of a macro pattern, macro color, or even there's another one that they make that's like a white and red color that works pretty well. One of the things about fishing a popper is you got to know how to fish a popper and how to make it pop. That's why they call them poppers. So my suggestion would be Google up a YouTube on how to fish a popper, because you don't just reel them. You got to pop them, and you got to make a noise with them. And that noise is what attracts that fish to that popper. Bait there has been some success with bait. But most everybody has been, like we heard from Buzz earlier in the show, most everything has been caught on the popper. For whatever reason, they're reacting to the popper. However, I've known a lot of people fishing the kite or fishing a big mackerel that have caught some nice fish with those. As far as kites go, AFCO makes a great kite. Easy to fly. You need to get it set up. They have on their website, AFCO.com, how to set up the kite, get it set up correctly. And once you learn how to fly the kite, it's a pretty easy deal, especially if you have another person to help you out on the boat.
Right. Now also, for the boat guy, what kind of trailers come on those Defiants, and does he sell trailers too?
You bet. We have trailers. Typically, we'll put a sport boat trailer, galvanized or aluminum. Cocopelli, which is made over in Phoenix area, they specialize in aluminum. But and we usually have a few trailers around waiting for boats to come in. If someone needed a trailer, we'd sell you a trailer. If you already had a boat and your trailer was falling apart or something, the biggest thing is we definitely use saltwater trailers as far as galvanized or aluminum. Painted trailers don't work.
They don't work in saltwater, no. What's the difference between a galvanized or aluminum trailer?
Well, a galvanized trailer, actually, they send and they actually put a galvanizing over it. An aluminum trailer is just raw aluminum that comes right from the shop that you don't have to do anything to. It's a lot lighter with the aluminum trailer as opposed to the steel that has been galvanized.
How about longevity? Which one's going to last longer?
You know, really, I think that either one of them, if you're at all sensible, I mean, I always like to, when I get back, be it aluminum or galvanized, I'll put the flusher on it to flush the brakes out, hose the trailer down, and it just keeps it a lot longer. You know, I'm used to buying a lot of used boats I'd mentioned, and you buy boats back in the Florida area, and boy, those suckers are just horrible condition.
Yeah.
I mean, just my biggest problem of buying boats out of Southern California is getting them shipped in and having them reliable. So it's very, very critical to take care of that trailer as well as it is to take care of the boat. Just a little bit of maintenance goes a long ways.
These prices we see on your boat website, Inland Boat Center's website, does that include a trailer?
Yes, all of my prices include trailer.
Wow, that's impressive. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning. Appreciate that. Bill from the San Diego Marlin Club's on the line. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Pete. How are you? Happy Father's Day to everyone.
Indeed.
I just want to give a shout out about the Don and Shirley Blackman Halibut Derby is next weekend, June 25th. We have a yellowtail side jackpot, and we just added, of course, a bluefin by popular demand. So you can go out there. If they don't come up for you, you can go get you a yellowtail or halibut and win some of our prizes.
Now, do you have to be a member of the San Diego Marlin Club to be in the halibut tournament?
No, you don't. It's open to the public, and most of our tournaments are open to the public. And just to let everyone know, we are a fishing club. It's not just the Marlin Club. We're San Diego's oldest Marlin Club, and we're very diverse in our tournaments. Everything from rock cod to halibut to lobster and of course marlin. We have a few marlin tournaments, of course. But
it's a great club. I was a member when I was 8 years old of the San Diego Marlin Club, and that was a long time ago. So the San Diego Marlin Club's been around a long time, and they do such a great job with their tournaments. Very reasonably priced, and it's a fun group of people, right?
Yes, it is. And this tournament, again, the Don and Shirley Blackman Halibut Derby is a charity tournament for UCSD's Moore's Cancer Center. So come out and fish and support the Cancer Center. And we have some great prizes from 5 days, 5 nights at Van Wormer Resorts. We have multi-day on the Intrepid. We have Costa glasses. We have all kinds of stuff going on. So you get a shot at bluefin. If they don't come up for you, go get something else. And we have cash prizes for the jackpot. So you can pay for your trip, pay for your bait, and have a good time.
How do you get into the tournament next weekend?
Oh, you can go to themarlinclub.com. There's entry fees and rules, or entry forms and rules on the website, or you can just stop by the club. There's some entry forms on the outside of the club on a box, or our office hours are 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Thursday through Sunday. And soon it'll be 7 days a week, but right now it's Thursday through Sunday, 2 to 6 p.m.
Very good. All right, Bill from the San Diego Marlin Club right there on Shelter Island. You can't miss it. Thanks a lot. Good luck with the Don and Shirley Blackman Memorial Halibut Derby next weekend, and appreciate the call this morning.
All right. Thank you, Pete.
All right. Hey, you want to get through, have a chance to win a trip on the brand new Liberty out of Fisherman's Landing or a pair of Olakai shoes? Here's your chance. 877-792-1090 or 858-457-1090. And when we come back, we're going to take more of your phone calls. We're going to get a catch report. More from Mark Dakan from Inland Boat Center. Stay tuned. This is Southern California's Sport Fishing Voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Are you feeling that itch to get out on the water? Come fishing on the American Angler and reacquaint yourself with some familiar faces and make new friends. Captain owners Brian Kiyohara and Sam Patella take pride in every aspect of the American Angler operation, from their loyal and trusted crew to the sashimi-grade fresh fish you'll take home. It's easy to find a vacation that fits your schedule. We have everything from day and a half to 10-day trips and longer. Call me at the office, 619-223-5414, or check us out at AmericanAnglerSportFishing.com. We want you to become a part of the American Angler family.
Fishing is a lifestyle for many of us, and what you wear on your feet is a big part of that. So I like to live aloha and wear Olokai premium footwear. Every pair is created with the Hawaiian culture and heritage in mind, plus unique details and features. Olokai sandals are the best I've ever worn because they are based on the feeling of your bare foot in wet sand for a natural heel cup and arch support. Nothing could be more comfortable and good for your feet. Olokai makes footwear for any time of day or night. My favorite Olokai sandals are the Ohana. Water resistant and great for the beach or the boat. My everyday Olokai is the Nohea mesh. So comfortable and you barely know you have them on. And for a night on the town, I choose the Maloa. They look great and feel amazing. Share your aloha with Olokai crew by following them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Olokai and tagging your photos with hashtag AnywhereAloha. Olokai premium footwear is now available at Fisherman's Landing Tackle, Dana Landing, and other fine tackle stores or at Olokai.com. It's time to talk about great equipment from Shimano. And, you know, everybody's it's bluefin fever right here in Southern California. And we don't talk a lot about spinning reels when it comes to throwing poppers. You know, that is the way to throw a popper. And for anybody can throw a spinning reel. And Shimano makes the best spinning reels around. Of course, the Stella, there's nothing like the Stella. It is an amazing reel. And then the Twin Power is amazing new reel from Shimano that is just defies the logic of how powerful a spinning reel can be. And you fill that up with Power Pro Max Quattro, casts a mile, and you have plenty of line capacity. I recommend kind of that 14,000 size on up for these big bluefin tuna because you never know when that 200-pounder is going to hit. But check it out. Your spinning reel, match that up with a fantastic Therese popping rod. You've got the ultimate thing to throw a popper at these big bluefin tuna. Check it out at your local Shimano dealer.
This is Greg Stotesbury from AFCO. For more than 55 years, the American Fishing Tackle Company has been recognized as the premier manufacturer of precision-built offshore fishing tackle. AFCO continues this tradition today with an innovative technical fishing clothing line designed and built for ultimate performance on the water. From our next-generation fishing shorts like the Tactical Camo or Stealth Shorts to our AF-Block sun protection shirts like the Fish Ninja and Samurai Sun Hoodie, the entire AFCO clothing lineup is purpose-built with the latest AFTech fabrics and designed with functional features to deliver top performance for the demanding angler. Visit www.afco.com to find a dealer near you.
For East Cape fishing, Jen Wren is known as the best. This is Mark Rayer. Great service, top quality equipment, including all accurate reels, CalStar rods, and Cimarron electronics, has put my immaculately maintained twin-engine cruisers in a class of their own. For memories of a lifetime, just bring your hat and sunglasses, and we'll provide a fishing experience that will exceed your expectations. Our calendar's filling fast, so don't miss out. For packages, 2 live webcams, a weekly fishery report, and more, check out TeamGenRen.com. We pick up at all East Cape resorts, so let's go fishing.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Padres.
Oh,
right. San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090. Pete Gray here along with Mark Dakan from Inland Boat Center, talking fishing, talking about owning your own boat and going out and getting a big one. Time for our Catch Report right now, and Catch Report is sponsored in part by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. The fish you catch is a valuable item, so why not take the best care possible, and that is from Fisherman's Processing. It's San Diego's finest. They'll treat you fish like it was their own. Once you try them, you're going to be hooked. I had a piece of that yellowfin tuna that Ron Lane caught on my boat the other day, last night. Unbelievable how well they do that processing. You basically open the package and put it on the grill. Pretty awesome. Check fishermansprocessing.com for more details or see them when your trips return to the San Diego Landing. Let's talk to Captain Brian Willey from Dana War Sport Fishing. Good morning, Brian.
Hey, good morning, guys. Happy Father's Day to everybody. How are you this morning?
Doing great. How's the fishing?
Good. Well, I'll jump right into it here. You know, we kind of made our way through another week up here. A little more inconsistent than we'd like it to be. You know, the water has stabilized and set itself up right, but, you know, we had a little bit of wind a day or two, and it kind of set us back, you know, kind of just reset what it had already started working itself out. You know, midweek, we saw some pretty good calico bass fishing, good fly line action on the surface bite, along the few remaining kelp lines. Our bay right now, smaller sardine and anchovy, and that's really helped keep the half-day fishing on a roll. Mixing a few sheephead and sculpin, and that's been, you know, the half-day scene more or less in a nutshell. But as the water has been moving around and really trying to right itself, a massive amount of bait has inundated the beach. Huge areas, not just, small schools, just huge areas of anchovy over the last few days has settled in and has really slowed up that bass fishing a bit. So we're hoping that, this good weather we're getting this week will really start to sort things out. Out deep on the 3/4 day stuff, the name of the game has really been keeping fish in the bags for the anglers, and that's kind of necessitated, again, leaning on the rockfish, more of the same old mixed fish, reds, grouper, sculpin, making up a good chunk of their accounts. But again, with all this bait, we're certainly sweeping around that stuff, looking at it for any sign of game fish, barracuda, bonita, yellowtail, and they just haven't seen that fish on this bait quite yet. And finally, the Fury has kept the ball rolling real nice on his overnight stuff out at San Clemente Island. Really good calico bass fishing over there and some good shots at that mixed grade yellowtail that's been roaming the front of the island over there. So that's pretty much it for us here at Dana Wharf. Certainly we urge you guys to make a reservation this time of the year. Things do fill up real quick, being that we're on a full summer schedule. The number to the landing is 949-496-5794. And we definitely urge you to take advantage of the Let's Talk Hookup discount right on the front page of the Let's Talk Hookup website. There's a Dana Wharf banner ad. You can click on that, get a discount code, and then you can book online and make your reservations that way.
Fantastic fishing, and things this week look really, really good, so I think things are going to really make a big change this week. And the good news is, next Sunday, you'll be right here in the Mighty 1090 studio with us, right?
That's right. Looking forward to spending some time with you guys there next week, definitely.
Yeah, looking forward to that. All right, we'll see you in the studio next Sunday and talk fishing with Dana Wharf Sport Fishing. Appreciate the call this morning, Brian.
All right, Pete. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great show. We'll talk to you later.
All right, very good. Gundy Gunderson, surf guru. The surf's been big, tough week this week, but, man, things are looking a little bit smoother this week, coming week, huh?
Yeah, Pete, we're finally straightening out. It was, I'd say from Point Vicente south, the southern beaches took that south swell a little tougher, But there was some good stretches of fishing up north, and again, that Santa Barbara area up there, all the way down to, I'd say, Torrance has been the hot stretch right now. Another good week of halibut fishing up here in Santa Barbara. Lots of fish in tight. Best bet this week, Ledbetter, Butterfly, East Beach, Hollister Ranch. A lot more legal fish in the mix. Hollister Ranch, the guys are telling me, some guys go up there, half of the fish they were catching were legal. They caught and released it all, but they said just some real nice quality, and that's something we haven't seen down south is a lot of those nice hens in the surf line. Wiley's reported good mixed bag fishing along Malibu beaches, calico bass, yellowfin croakers, small corvina, perch, cabezon, grass, rockfish, real good mix. They've got squid in the shops again, so cut squid's been the hot bait. Big fish, 5-pound, 10-ounce calico bass out of the surf line there. There's been some really nice calicos in tight. Just Fishing reported terrific corvina fishing along Torrance, Manhattan, El Segundo, all holding real nice quality fish, 2 to 3 pound fish, a few in the 4-pound range, fresh mussels, soft shell. Big Fish in Seal Beach reported good corvina fish in there too. Smaller fish, 1 to 2 pounds, biting wide open. The trick's finding a better one, bigger bait, is probably what I'd say, low light, something like that. Bloodworms has been the best. Maybe a ghost shrimp or something will get you a better one. Now the more southern beaches, like I said, have been hit hard by that swell, and it's kind of straightening out there. So if you're down south, maybe the lagoons would be a good bet. The spot fin bite's still been real good there. The harbor, Oceanside Pier was good before the swell. So real good spot fin bite, 2 to 3 pound fish. 3-pound, 3-ounce fish leads the Derby at the shop there. Phoenix is sponsoring the Spot Fin Derby this week, so that sounds like some more fun. Real nice Phoenix rod for the taking there. So all in all, with the swell, there was still some beaches producing good catches. Like you said, Pete, the swell's coming down. We got a full moon coming in late June, so it's going to be game on here.
Oh, yeah, time to go fishing, Gundy Gunderson, surf guru extraordinaire. Hey, appreciate the report, and we'll talk to you next Sunday.
Yeah, we'll have more next week, Pete.
All right.
Have a good week, guys.
You too. Thanks very much. Appreciate the call this morning. Let's jump back into those jam-packed phone lines. One line open. You want to get through. It's 858-457-1090 open right now. Gus in Burbank, you're next up on Let's Talk Hookup. Good morning, Gus.
Yo, Pete.
Yo, Gus.
Let me take you off the speaker, please.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Very good, Gus.
I just would like to say a word on behalf of Arima Boats. I used to own an Arima boat. I had it for 14 years. I bought it in 1986, sold it in 2000.
Wow.
And that boat was fantastic. Anybody that's thinking about getting into the private boat business for the first time should consider Arima. It's a really nice boat, and it's affordable. And man, I used to make trips to Catalina in the thing. I had a 17-foot Sea Ranger.
Nice. And it was plenty seaworthy for that run across the channel.
Yeah, it was. You had to check the weather.
Of course.
You didn't
I don't care what boat you're in, you have to check the weather, right?
Yeah, but I check the weather anytime. So I just wanted to put in a good plug for Arima. And also, what I'm calling about is I would like to replace the trailer that my current boat sits on. Any suggestions except buying a brand new one?
Gus, what type of boat do you have, or what size?
I have a 26-foot skipjack.
Okay. We, along with used boats, we get quite a few used trailers in as well. Sometimes people
great.
will buy a boat and not want the trailer. Say they've got a house on the water, either in Huntington or Long Beach. And we actually have quite a few. I know right now I've got a 26-foot Sea Swirl trailer that I know of, in fact. But, give us a holler. We definitely try to help you out. Like I say, I've got, probably 25 or 30 trailers around there that we just use as yard trailers, and we're always wanting to help someone out and make a new friend.
There you go. And best to call you on that, Mark?
Well, like I say, I know I've got a 26 Sea Swirl trailer right now. That would probably do. We might have to adjust the bunks a little bit, but other than that, weight-wise, I think we're good.
Sure.
Doesn't hurt to, call, but we're always there.
Just come on by Inland Boat Center in Paris. How do you find Inland Boat Center?
Well, we're off the 215. We're just south of March Air Force Base, and off at 4th Street. And very easy to get to, easy to see when you're exiting the off-ramp. Just look to the east, and there we are.
Better head over there, Gus. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning. And when we come back, we're going to take more of your phone calls, get more Catch Report, find out what's going on out there all over the place. You stay tuned. This is Southern California's Sport Fishing Voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090. Pete here. I was fortunate enough to use the new Simrad NSS Evo 2 touchscreen chart plotter and sonar unit on my boat this summer and fall. And let me say, it's truly incredible. With an easy-to-use tablet-style interface that's fresh but familiar, the new Simrad NSS Evo 2 combines a multi-touch screen with push-to-select rotary dial for precision control and speedy response. As for marking schools of tuna, yellowtail, and more, it's the best. You run over a school, and there they are in full color and high definition. The new NSS Evo 2 built-in sonar technology, including chirp and structure scan, can't be beat. I recently added the Simrad AP24 autopilot to my system. I've had other autopilots before, but I can tell you this one is simple, sensitive, and accurate. It integrates with my Simrad NSS Evo 2. I set a waypoint, touch the screen, and the boat steers to that spot. There's a lot more to the new Simrad NSS Evo 2 system and AP24 autopilot I'd like to tell you, but best just go to your local Simrad dealer or see simrad-yachting.com for more details.
Alaska is one of the ultimate fishing destinations in the world. This is Rock Cod Rick, and every year the one trip I look forward to is Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. My dad and I have been going for over 15 years, and I just can't wait to go again. No one does it better than Kingfisher Charters. They offer the best service, the most comfortable accommodations, fantastic food, the finest fishing charter captains in all of Sitka, and the ultimate value. Sure, I've been to others, but time and time again, nobody beats Kingfisher Charters. You can catch huge halibut like the ones we do almost every year, and salmon, well, Well, Sitka is famous for some of the best runs in Alaska. We also get plenty of rockfish and huge lingcod. And when it comes to fish processing, the best in Alaska is Kingfisher Charters. And listen to this, it's all included in your package. In fact, everything is included except the tips. It's truly amazing how the Kingfisher crew continues the quality of service they deliver year after year. Come and join me on the Let's Talk Hookup trip in June, or just go when you can. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136, or check kingfishercharters.com. When it comes to fishing rods for saltwater, there's just one name you need to know, CalStar. Take, for example, the Graphiter series. It's a true graphite and fiberglass composite rod, the finest it's ever been built. And for anglers seeking traditional performance, durability, and quality at an affordable price, the CalStar West Coast series of rods and blanks are the ones for you. Their master craftsmen bring decades of rod building experience to every rod they make. So if you want your fishing rods to be truly state-of-the-art, I always recommend CalStar at fine tackle stores everywhere.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Padres.
Oh, right.
San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
This is Captain Tim Ekstrom from the long-range vessel Royal Star. With my partners Randy Toussaint and Brian Sims, we have set the bar for the long-range fishing experience. A spring 8-day, summer 5-day, or a fly-down, fly-back 11-day winter trip, we deliver the highest quality long-range voyage you will find. From our premium RSW fish storage to our top-of-the-line chefs and crew, Royal Star distinguishes itself from all others. Want to grab a spot on the Royal Star? Check us out at RoyalStarSportFishing.com or call Tracy at 619-224-4764.
Everyone likes special treatment, kind of feel like a VIP. Well, that's how our listeners are treated at Poway Valley Collision. I have personally heard of several stories of how well our friends Jim and Mary take care of their customers that we sent them. Poway Valley Collision is worth the drive from anywhere in the Southland. We know you may not need them today, but when accidents happen, it pays to go to Poway Valley Collision. And listen to this, our listeners get a special discount that can save you hundreds of dollars on your car or truck repair. Just tell them you listen to the show and you get the deal. They work with most insurance companies, including Auto Club, MetLife, Wawanesa, and more. Just bring your car or truck to them and let Poway Valley Collision do the rest. I have had my truck repaired at Poway Valley Collision and the job was perfect. So get your vehicle fixed right at Poway Valley Collision. Tell them you listen to Let's Talk Hookup and they'll save you money on your repair. Poway Valley Collision, 14211 Garden Road in Poway. Check PowayValleyCollision.com.
One of my favorite things about fishing, in addition to hooking up a nice yellowfin, is a chance to meet great people. And when I run into someone that served our country or a local hero that has served our community, I make it a point to say thank you. And right now, your San Diego County Ford dealer would like to show their gratitude by offering all first responders, active military personnel, veterans, and retirees a special appreciation bonus on top of current offers available on a new Ford car, truck, or SUV. It's your Ford dealer's way of saying thank you. Thank you to all first responders and military personnel for your service to us all. When duty calls, when disaster strikes, when others are in need, they go first, and they deserve to be recognized. To learn more about this special appreciation bonus, go to FordHonorsTheHeroes.com. That's FordHonorsTheHeroes.com. Or simply stop by any San Diego County Ford dealer. They'll be glad to hook you up.